and I'm here with the beautiful Miss Roni Kop. Roni, how are you today?
Hi, I'm wonderful. Dan, how are you?
I'm great. So what we're doing today is we are reaching out to some of our crowd coach members and seeing what their experience has been like with Network in Action. And full disclosure, some of you may recognize Ronnie from some of the other interviews. She Part of her business, well, two things, full disclosure, is one, she does help out with Network in Action from time to time with some of the interviews, but also she happens to be my wife as well. And thirdly, she is one of our first crowd coach members. And so we'd like to get an idea of what the experience has been like. So, Ronnie, your business is seasonal. Yeah. Could you tell us about your business?
All right. Well, I have a school uniforms company. We are a seasonal business. Obviously, we are able to generate most of our revenue during back to school. Um, with that being said, being part of Crowd Coach is something that helped me as a business owner to really understand the works of how to spend money correctly during the off season time, how to keep more money in our pocket, what could we spend the money on, because product coach gave me the tools to be able to strategize better based on other people's experiences.
Right on, right on. So, it sounds like you got a lot of value out of that. So, how has a crowd coach environment helped you do that? Like, people they could get their own business coach. What makes crowd coach different?
Well, I think the main difference is, let's give it a dollar value. Getting a business coach, as wonderful as it is, it costs a lot of money. It's five, six, $7,000, and you get the same experience that we get. It's just that um, we don't have to pay as much. I think that in terms of the advice that I was given on many aspects, especially during COVID-19, right? It's been kind of crazy. Um, Being part of my group leader, Scott Daly, alone was able to help us get funded during these hard times with the SBA loans, with the PPP, just giving us solid advice how to save more money, how to make sure that we're keeping our business afloat. And honestly, one of the best thing about it is the relationships that we started building with our other group members, right? They're all friends right now. Everybody comes from a different, walk of life, different story. I am the person in the group that already established a business, so people come to me for advice. Hey, how did you start? Something simple as start with opening a bank account, right? But other people have such insight on different aspects of the business. For example, one of the guys, he's really great at sales. Honestly, like these guys are machines with sales, and this is not my forte. It's not about forte. It's my weak point. So together we're able to work through the kinks of my problems, and it's just by honest conversations with each other and really creating friendships that last.
Right on. And it's not just your fellow members, obviously, that you're getting this information from, and it's not a dedicated group leader. While Scott is the group leader,
Mhm.
he's bringing in experts from all types of industries, and so they come from on high to come and teach some of the smaller businesses certain aspects. So, like, could you give me an example of somebody that came in and just really exercised or demonstrated their skill set for the group?
Absolutely. So the way that the format of Crowd Coach is, it's a once a month meeting, which we're being held accountable for our own promises every meeting, and we go through, the kinks through the works, but there's always a guest speaker. And the guest speaker, honestly, um, some of them are just so memorable because they really made a big impact. One of them is Liana Gasparini. She's an accountant. She helped me this year with my taxes because the information that she shared with us during the meeting was eye-opening. I hired her as our accountant, and she saved us so much money on our taxes right now. She helped me with our bookkeeping and clean our books. So that's one example. Another person that sticks out in my brain right now is Robert Polito. He's a video production that really gave us the power of video.
Yeah,
Catherine
Robin and
Job,
Liana are great.
I know Catherine Dahl, she could talk to us about LinkedIn and the power of LinkedIn. And now I'm all about LinkedIn. Follow me. Um, who else? Mark Morrow, he's a corporate attorney that explains the different types of business, and really like these people come in from doing it on their own, free will, and bringing us such great value and taking personal questions as well. And this is not something you get in a normal business coach setting.
Hmm.
This is really a big difference, and I really appreciate this. Everybody that I mentioned, Ruth and Mike Malone with this
Oh,
storytellers marketing.
Storyteller Promotions. Yeah, I love them. All right. And so, what would you say has been the best part of Crowd Coach and the biggest result for your business?
Um, the best part of it is the friendships that I made, and I have a whole group of confidants that if I have anything personal outside of in crowd coach, I feel comfortable enough to pick up a call, pick up the phone and say, hey, Jesse, hey, Rob, can you help me with this? We also, one of our group members, he has a soccer coaching, and my partner's kids, play soccer with him. So we really created much more of a personal, intimate relationship with everybody. And in terms of value, it's really is hard to put, money amount of it, because I know people, that's all they care at the end of the day, especially business owners. But I just really, I do find the relationships and to be the best part of it.
All right. And what's the biggest result been?
Well, my company is still here
Yeah, after
after
COVID and everything.
COVID. So honestly, being held accountable for myself, that's where I get the best results. I'm the person that needs to be held accountable. So if after each meeting we talk about aspects of, like, for sales, for example, like I need to be able to follow up on my own word. And if I don't, it's not like you get a slap on the wrist, but you kind of, you feel awkward that you didn't follow through with your own goals. So it does help me a lot, and the results do come through. We were able to get some really big accounts this year, just by doing what we're told. In a way, it's
Hmm.
not like it's not like somebody sits there and say, yeah, you need to do A, B, C, and D, but you're definitely being guided in the right direction to be there. And I see the results in the way that I perform my sales, in my speech, in my confidence, and honestly, the attitude at the end of every
Yeah.
meeting. Like, I think you see me, I'm like, oh my God, this was so much fun. I
Yeah.
can't wait to do it again. So
Yeah.
that's
And
the big.
I mean, I could obviously, provide testimony to that. I've seen you from, the starting your your school uniforms business when it was just an idea, and you and Lauren came in there, and I know that you really embraced the crowd coach model,
Mhm.
and where on a more personal level, it's like where I might give you an idea, it's a lot easier to push back against somebody so close to you. But whereas you have like industry professionals coming through and giving you guidelines, it's like, well, I know these people know what they're talking about, and I know that they are going to be looking at me the following month when we follow up and see our results. And so it does give you that extra push, and I've witnessed you grow. I've witnessed your company go through all sorts of leaps and bounds, and you guys are still here. You're thriving. You're getting great contracts here. You have an awesome brand, a flourishing business, and I'm so proud of you, baby.
Thank you.
So I got my last question for you here, and then we're going to put a bow on this thing. So, what would be your recommendation to a fellow entrepreneur looking at NIA's Crowd Coach?
I would say, as an entrepreneur, really have your goals in mind and sign up. That's it. It's it's not expensive experience. It's not something that you're paying thousands of dollars for. You really do get the value back for your money, 100% in every meeting. But you do need to have your goals set. So if you're just starting, I say start with writing down. I want to open a business. How to open a business? Come to Crowd Coach, and you'll be guided through that process. Heck, Scott will go with you to the courthouse if we have to. Is
Yeah,
that person?
Yeah.
And if you're like, we already have an established business, if the goals are a little bit more complex, try to write them down and simplify them and bring them to the table.
Hmm.
And you'll see how those problems become solutions. And that's what I would say. But I would definitely don't want to be salesy on that, but I got so much out of it as a person, as a CEO of a company, as the main salesperson of the company. So obviously I'm biased to that. But I would highly recommend anybody that needs that push, needs that
Yeah.
extra. It's not even pair of listening ears, right? You have a whole room with you. So it's really great.
Right on. Well, baby, I think you should continue with the crowd coach. I see it working wonders for you. I see it.
Well, you're paying for it.
Yeah. I see it uplifts you, and I see you taking risks, and you're making big grow moves. So keep it up, and hooray for crowd coach.
Hooray for Crowd Coach. And don't forget, Kaleidoscope School Uniforms. We're here for you for everything you need, not just school uniforms, even professional apparel. Um, you can call me at any time.
All right, Roni Kop, Kaleidoscope School Uniforms. You have a great day, babe. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.